Hey there! Have you ever felt that heartbreaking moment when someone you deeply care about starts pulling away? It's like an invisible wall begins to rise between you, leaving you scrambling to bridge the gap. You might find yourself texting more, calling more, or desperately trying to fix things. But here's the catch: that urgency. It often pushes them even further away. Why? Because when you lean in too hard, it sends an unintended message that you value their approval more than your own self-worth. This energy can feel overwhelming, even suffocating, to the other person. But don't worry, this video is here to help. I'll uncover why this happens on a deeper emotional level and, more importantly, share practical steps to shift the dynamic. Together, we'll learn how to honor yourself while creating space for a truly magnetic connection. 1. Your vibe speaks louder than words. Let's start with energy. You've heard the phrase, "People can feel your vibe," right? Well, it's true. When you're constantly thinking about someone, especially with anxiety or worry, you're sending out an invisible signal. Even if you're not physically near them, they can sense it. Imagine someone standing too close to you, hovering uncomfortably in your personal space. How does that feel? Now imagine how your emotional energy might feel to someone when you're overly focused on them. It's not just about seeming needy, it's about balance. Often when someone pulls away, they're feeling emotionally overwhelmed. The more you chase, the more they retreat. It's a frustrating cycle for both of you. The solution? Breaking that cycle starts with self-awareness. When you catch yourself spiraling into anxious thoughts, pause. Ask yourself, am I focusing on them because I'm afraid of losing them, or am I neglecting my own needs in the process? Awareness is your first step toward reclaiming your energy. The power of stepping back. Now, here's an experiment. Imagine someone standing too close to you, crowding your space. Most of us instinctively step back, right? But what happens if they step back first? You suddenly feel more comfortable, even curious about closing the gap yourself. This is the paradox of space in relationships. When someone pulls away, they're often signaling a need for emotional breathing room. It's not about rejection, it's about processing their feelings. By honoring that space, you send a powerful message. I respect your boundaries. I trust our connection enough to let it unfold naturally. This confidence is magnetic. On the flip side, chasing or pressuring them can feel overwhelming, pushing them even further away. Remember, stepping back isn't about playing hard to get. It's about creating an environment where both of you feel safe, valued, and free to reconnect authentically. 3. Channeling energy. Back to yourself. When someone pulls away, it's tempting to overanalyze. What did I do wrong? How can I fix this? But here's the truth. This mindset keeps you stuck, draining your energy. Instead, shift your focus back to yourself. Ask yourself, what lights me up? What hobbies, goals, or friendships make me feel alive? Reconnecting with these parts of yourself is transformative. It reminds you that your happiness doesn't depend on someone else's attention or validation. And here's the magic. When you're fully in your own energy, you become irresistible. People are naturally drawn to confidence and fulfillment. This isn't about pretending not to care. It's about genuinely living a life you love, with or without them. 4. Breaking the pattern. If you often find yourself chasing people who pull away, it's worth exploring why. For many of us, this dynamic feels familiar, traced back to childhood. Maybe there was a parent or caregiver who wasn't emotionally available. As a child, you might have learned to equate love with effort, believing that if you just tried hard enough, you could earn their attention. But here's the truth. Their emotional unavailability wasn't your fault. It wasn't a reflection of your worth, but of their struggles. As an adult, you don't have to replay that story. You are enough, just as you are. Love isn't something you have to fight for or prove. 5. Letting go. The ultimate power move. So, what do you do when someone pulls away? You let go, not with bitterness, but with grace. Letting go says, I respect your need for space. I value myself too much to chase what isn't freely given. This isn't about giving up. It's about standing in your worth. Letting go doesn't mean you stop caring. It means you stop clinging. You trust that what's meant for you will come back. And if it doesn't, it wasn't right for you anyway. This energy of self-assuredness and independence is incredibly attractive. People are drawn to those who know their value and refuse to settle for less. 6. You are worthy. Here's the heart of it. Your worth isn't tied to whether someone stays or leaves. It's something unshakable, carried within you. When someone pulls away, use that moment to focus on what inspires you, what brings you joy, and what helps you grow. By building a stronger, more confident version of yourself, you attract the right people naturally. You don't need to chase or prove anything to anyone. So, did this resonate with you? Have you experienced someone pulling away? How did you handle it? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And if you're ready to dive deeper into building self-worth and creating healthier relationship dynamics, check out my other videos. Remember, you are worthy of love that chooses you. So start by choosing yourself.